Okay, pag-usapan natin ngayon what is promulgation of judgment. Pag sinabi nating promulgation of judgment, it is the official act of making the judgment known to the accused by reading it to the accused by the judge who rendered it. Sa madaling sabi, ito na yung time na babasahan ka ng sentensya. Babasahan ka kung ano yung resulta ng trial, kung guilty ka ba or not guilty, and what is the penalty. Now, ang tanong dyan is that, pwede ba na hindi sumipot yung akusado at the time of the promulgation of judgment? The general rule is that hindi pwedeng hindi sumipot o mag-absent yung akusado sa schedule ng promulgation except lang for light offense under the revised penal code, punishable by arresto minor. At the same time, mayroong jurisprudence na nagsasabi except if the promulgation is for an acquittal of the accused. Yan yung short answer. Okay? Pero may mga interesting jurisprudence. Ito naman, kung kukuha ka ng bar or law student ka, may tinatawag na promulgation in absentia. And promulgation in absentia is mandatory. Hindi mo pwedeng ma-forfeit yung judicial proceeding just because nag-jump bail ka or because hindi ka sumipot. Hindi pwede yon. So, ang mangyayari dyan, under the rules, there is what we call a promulgation in absentia. So, ang requirement lang is that, number one, dapat validly notified yung akusado. Pangalawa, dapat yung promulgation shall be done by recording in the criminal docket by the clerk of court yung judgment. Second, is-serve yung copy ng decision or ng judgment sa akusado to his last known address or sa kanyang counsel. So, kung walang akusado, tapos validly notified siya, yung mangyayari is promulgation in absentia by the recording of the judgment or decision in the criminal docket, tandaan nyo yan, by the branch clerk of court. Pangalawa, a service of copy of the decision to the last known address of the accused or ito pwede na through his counsel. Kung wala yung elemento na yan, the promulgation is in absentia is invalid. And kung invalid yung promulgation in absentia, meaning yung judgment did not attain finality, hindi siya naging final. So, kung valid naman, then napaka-importante yan kung kailan papalo yung reglementary period ng lahat ng remedies na pwedeng gawin ng akusado. Okay. Ito, bibigyan ko kayo ng tatlong jurisprudence na nakita ko na parang importante siya na topic sa promulgation in judgment. Okay? There is a case, Pascua versus Court of Appeals, GR number 140243, December 14, 2000. Ano yung nangyari dito? May promulgation of judgment. Ano to BP22 to na kaso. So, 26 information. So, hindi to light offense. So, meaning, supposedly yung akusado dito dapat haharap siya during the time of promulgation. Kaso lang, absent siya. No? Yan siguro, absent siya. No? Kaso lang, absent siya. So, nagkaroon ng promulgation. So, later on, kinontest niya yung promulgation na yun. Nasabi niya, hindi ako validly notified kasi hindi ako nakatanggap ng notice of promulgation. Kasi ito, nag-change siya ng address. Yung kanyang contention na hindi siya naka-receive ng notice of promulgation, dinisregard ng court. Kasi sabi ng court, validly notified ka kasi in the first place, sabi ng court, yung non-receipt ng notice of promulgation ng akusado is due to her own failure to immediately file a notice of change of address with the trial court. So dapat sana, kung nag-change ka ng address, it is your responsibility to notify the court. So, hindi dahil hindi ka napadalan to doon sa address mo, ay invalid na yung promulgation. Dapat ni-notify mo sana. So, in other words, kasalanan mo pa rin yan. So, validly notified ka to the eyes of the court. Now, pero, validly notified siya. Kaso lang, yung second requisite, ng promulgation in absentia, dapat na-record sa criminal docket ng branch clerk of court. Dito, yung nangyari dito, although validly notified siya, invalid yung promulgation kasi nga, nag-issue ng certificate yung branch clerk of court na wala silang na-receive na desisyon ng trial court. So, since wala silang na-receive na decision, that means wala silang na-record. So, invalid yung promulgation. So, syempre, kung invalid yung promulgation, hindi nag-attain ng finality yung judgment. At kung hindi nag-attain ng finality, yung remedy ng akusado, hindi rin pumalo. So, ibig sabihin, hindi nag-start ng counting yung reglementary period ng kanyang remedy na pwede niya pang gamitin. So, sabi dito ng court, the decision could not attain finality and become executory. So, this means that the 15-day period within which to interpose an appeal did not even commence. So, hindi na loss ng akusado yung kanyang period to file an appeal to the Court of Appeals sa judgment of conviction. Another case. Ito yung unang case, validly notified pero walang recording sa criminal docket. So, invalid. Pangalawa, 2017 naman to. GR number 193150. Ang nangyari dito is that yung akusado, sabi ng court, validly notified siya or informed of the scheduled promulgation noong 2005. So, walang problema sa notice. Validly notified siya. Kaso lang dito, although validly notified siya, ang promulgation was done in absentia kasi hindi siya sumipot during the promulgation date. Supposedly, nandoon siya because physical presence is mandatory kung hindi light offense. So, ang requirement under the rules on criminal procedure, kung ang promulgation is done in absentia, para hindi mo malos yung available remedies mo. Ano yung available remedies ng akusado? Pwede ka mag-motion for reconsideration, pwede ka mag-motion for new trial, or pwede ka mag-file ng notice of appeal. So, yan yung mga primary remedies mo. Under the new rules on criminal procedure, kung ang promulgation was done in absentia and then validly notified an accused, bibigyan ka pa ng court ng 15 days. Unlike the old rule. Ano yung 15 days na yan? Sa 15 days na yan, kailangan mo mag-file ng motion for leave of court na i-avail mo kung ano mang remedy yung gusto mong i-avail na available sa'yo. Plus, take note, motion for leave of court plus surrender. Mag-surrender ka sa court kasi nga absent ka at the time of promulgation. Bakit? I-determine ng court kung justified or hindi yung absence mo. Diyan i-determine ng court kung justified, bibigyan ka ng court ng another 15 days from notice or order na you can now avail your remedies. Pero pag hindi justified, nalus mo na yung remedies mo. Dito, ang nangyari dito sa kaso na to, validly notified siya, instead na mag-file siya ng motion for leave, plus surrender, ang kanyang ginawa is that, nag-file siya ng omnibus motion sa RTC na i-set aside yung promulgation. So sabi ng court dito, sandali lang, no? Paano ka makaka-file ng i-set aside yung promulgation? In the first place, under the rules, since promulgation yung in absentia yung nangyari, valid yung promulgation in absentia, ang gagawin mo muna, may 15 days ka, mag-file ka muna ng motion for leave plus physical surrender. So, hindi pwede na hindi ka mag-surrender sa court. And ang surrender dyan, under the existing jurisprudence, is physical and voluntary surrender. Kailangan mo talaga kung akusado ka, pumunta ka doon sa court. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-avail ng remedy na absent ka, tapos mag-file ka ng mga motion dyan na hindi ka nag-surrender. Sabi ng court, mag-surrender ka muna kasi ang issue na isi-settle natin dito, kung talagang valid yung pag-absent mo. Kumbaga, sabihin ng court na i-settle mo muna yung issue, bakit ka absent. At kung ma-settle na natin yan, then bibigyan kita ng another 15 days. So, hindi lang motion for leave plus physical surrender. Dito, instead na mag-file siya ng motion for leave and then plus physical surrender, dito, nag-file siya ng omnibus motion na i-set aside yung promulgation. Sabi ng court, hindi pwede. So, this is a blatant circumvention of the rules. Tingnan mo, sabi ng court. So, medyo strict yung court dyan, no? Okay, another case. Ito, 2015. GR number 212865. Okay, ano nangyari dito? Dito naman, sabi ng court, yung akusado na lost niya na yung right niya to appeal. So, yung remedy niya to appeal na lost niya sa kanyang conviction. Bakit? Sinabi ng court na yung personal presence ng petitioner at the time of promulgation ng criminal case na dito was mandatory. So, physical presence is mandatory. Tandaan nyo yan, except for light offense. Tapos, another requirement, in order na ma-regain ng akusado yung kanyang right to avail of the remedies, kung ang judgment is promulgation in absentia, sinabi again ulit ng court under the rules, mag-file ka ng motion for leave plus mag-physical surrender ka. Ang nangyari dito is that, ang akusado, sabi nila, invalid daw yung promulgation in absentia kasi valid yung rason niya kung bakit absent siya. May hypertension daw siya during the time. Ang ginawa dito ng akusado, nag-file siya ng motion for leave to file notice of appeal. Okay? At inattach niya doon yung kanyang medical certificate na sabi niya, ginastify yung absence niya kasi daw may hypertension siya at the time ng promulgation. Anong sabi ng court? Ilagay natin valid yung valid yung absence mo. Pero yung ginawa mo, shortcut mo because under the rules, dapat sana nag-file ka muna ng motion for leave to avail all the remedies plus nag-physical surrender ka sana muna. Hindi mo didiretsuhin. Okay? So, assuming na valid nga yung absence mo, dapat nag-physical surrender ka muna. So, dito, hindi ka nag-physical surrender. So, sabi ng court, nag-motion for leave ka lang to file notice of appeal, kulang ka ng isa. Nag-surrender ka sana muna sa trial court. At sabi niya, ang term na surrender is physical and voluntary submission. So, kulang naman. In short, hindi ka pwedeng mag-avail ng remedy kung hindi ka muna mag-submit sa court. Ganun yung point dyan. That's all. I hope nakatulong. God bless you all.